Former President Donald Trump is not happy after reports that he could maybe possibly sort of be indicted in the Mar-a-Lago documents investigation. I am, of course, a bit skeptical, but nonetheless. On Tuesday, he took to his favorite social media,
Truth, essential,
and blamed the Marxists. How can DOJ possibly charge me, who did nothing wrong, when no other presidents were charged, when Joe Biden won't be charged for anything, including the fact that he has 1,850 boxes, much of it classified, and some dating back to his Senate day, when even Democrat senators are shocked. I literally have no idea what he was talking about. But he continued by saying the Marxists and the fascists in the DOJ and FBI are going after me at a level and speed I've never seen before in our country, and I did nothing wrong. He then reiterated, of course, the Biden documents, thousands of documents, he said. It went from 1850 to thousands of documents in many locations, some illegally taken from skiffs when he's a senator, a big portion of which were classified. He didn't want to give them back and still doesn't. Wait, what? Nothing happens to him. With same reasonable prosecutor who correctly exonerated Mike Pence, I have a much different prosecutor, a Trump hater.
Mike Pounds.
Okay, well, all right, so, not going to surprise you, but a lot of that was just flat out lies, but it's a day that ends in Y, so big surprise. Ooh, shocker. Biden's attorneys. Let me give you the facts on Joe Biden. So, did they find documents at Biden's residence? Of course. Biden's attorneys discovered the president had classified materials from his time as a vice president. So what happened? Joe Biden gave him back. That's it. They asked for him back, and he gave him back. Wow. He immediately returned them to the National Archives and permitted a search of his private residence in Delaware that had turned up additional documents that were also returned. Ooh, okay. But hey, what about Mike Pence?
Mike Pounds.
Attorneys for Mike Pence also found classified materials at the former vice president's residence in Indiana, which were, again, immediately returned to the National Archives, and the DOJ then closed its investigations into that matter and found no evidence of criminal wrongdoing. And, okay. If Donald Trump had returned all the documents, then we would have avoided all this. Like, that's it. Look, I think it's right that Mike Pence was in charge. Mike Pence didn't do anything wrong. Joe Biden didn't do anything wrong. Donald Trump, if he had returned them, all of them, when they had asked, wouldn't have done anything wrong, and everything would have been fine. This is a problem of his own making. That's really the entire thing. This is an issue that he created on his own by being an obstinate ass and not returning documents when he was asked to return them. So he returned some documents. I returned 15 boxes. Yes, but when they asked for all of them, you return all of them. There shouldn't be a question here. When they ask, hey, you have documents, please send them all back. You send them all back. And if they belong to you, then they'll be returned to you. That's how it works. Seriously. Now, that said, Pence and Biden handled this correctly. And so, of course, it makes sense that they weren't, charged or anything like that. And that's fine. Now, that said, is Trump going to get charged? I'm skeptical. Even though, again, you have special counsel Jack Smith apparently having a tape of Trump bragging about having classified material about attack on Iran. But so far, Trump's lawyers say they can't find that document in question. So was this Trump's braggadocio and him just saying, oh, I've got these documents about Iran, I can't show you, but actually not having that actual document? Or is there a document and did it go missing? And is there like some sort of a pool that drained into a server room to hide evidence? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But again, the reason I'm skeptical here, as far as Donald Trump being, indicted, Donald Trump has power, and powerful people are almost never held accountable. I mean, and right now, look, both sides are worked up. You got liberals that are worked up. They think you're finally going to nail Trump. And the right thinks that this is just nothing more than an effort to get Donald Trump. But I'm sitting here like, do laws apply to people? And honestly, I can't say that that's the case. I just don't know. There's more. Trump then also alleges election interference. They don't want to run against me. I ran twice. I did much better after the second time, getting millions and millions more votes than the first. A record for a sitting president. And I'm leading Biden in the polls by a lot. Biden is actually doing pretty poorly in the polls. He's like 35%. So, yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble. Then says, they're the party of disinformation. They're using the DOJ and FBI against me to rig, with 2 G's, the 2024 election. They'll hit Hunter with something small to make their strike on me look fair. Nothing about these fascists is fair and honest. Fight. He adds, they're going after me as retribution for the Republicans in Congress going after them. The difference is they've created major crimes. I have created none. Creating crimes? Why would you create? None of that makes any sense. Here's what I think is going on. Donald Trump's doing his usual rage fest in order to whip up his base, of course, and also to try to find some way to ask his supporters for money. I mean, what else is it about? That's it. Now, look, again, at the end of the day here, I'm going to be skeptical until there is an actual indictment. And even if that happens, I'll be even more skeptical until the possibility that Donald Trump is held accountable. Look, Donald Trump doesn't get held accountable for anything except for things that he can pay his way out of. So, I mean, aside from that, I'm going to remain skeptical until something actually happens. Regardless of, again, I think what he did was wrong. And I think there was obstruction. But again, it's not really about what I think. It's about what people are willing to do in power in holding a person with power accountable. And I just don't see it.